It's now been 4 years since I've talked to my mom. 4 years. It's a blessing. It's like, oh, it's the best thing I could have ever done for myself. And watching these documentaries and thinking about all this stuff with my own mom makes it so confusing now that I'm 32 and I'm like, I could be a mom myself. And I had to give myself the space and the time to really have and as few distractions as possible from my manipulator, my abuser, to figure out what the fuck is going on. And I'm also just getting emotional because it's like, I hate how pervasive it is. It being mentally unwell women who decide to have children and then try to ruin their daughters' lives. I hate how common that actually is. Hi guys! Coming to you live from a Westin in Wheeling, Illinois because we're here for a wedding. And I've been on 12 all morning because we watched the Netflix documentary Unknown Number, High School Catfish, and I have just been enraged ever since. Like fully enraged. Fully enraged. I emailed my therapist last night and I was like, bitch, we need to talk. We need to talk because this documentary that just came out is literally fucking me up. It's fucking me up mentally in so many ways, and I'm like, there's so much righteous anger and also just like rabid anger running through my body, coursing through my veins. I want to go pick up that girl and help her and save her. I want to be like talking to her dad, saying thank you to her dad for protecting her. And then I want to make sure that the mother is placed on a sex offenders list for the rest of her life. And quite frankly, she should be told to just fuck off forever somewhere. That would be my ideal situation, but I'm not a cop. And lately I've been thinking, should I join ICE or a police force somewhere so that I can be conducting some actual justice in this country? Because the fact that she was sent to prison for cyber stalking but nothing related to pedophilia, to me is insane. Like, that's crazy to me. I thought you could get in trouble for chatting with a fucking minor online. In fact, I know you can because I've watched Chris Hansen's To Catch Your Predator for many years of my life. So I don't understand why Kendra wasn't, other than the fact that across the country and across our systems of so-called justice, there are very few, if any, actual legitimate avenues for victims of child sexual abuse or sexual assault to find any sort of justice, especially when it's a parent involved, and especially when that parent is a white woman. God forbid she's a white woman. We're never going to see the light of day. We're never going to see justice. We're never going to see accountability. And then that bitch will have the audacity to get on Netflix and smile for the camera and do her hair and makeup and talk about the situation as if she weren't the fucking perpetrator the whole time. It makes me sick to my stomach. How could you, the abuser, sit there as if everything was okay? As, oh, no, it was just like a silly little mistake. I just like got it carried away. I just got carried away. It reminds me of a time when I was like in 5th grade and I had this little 5th grade boyfriend named Jerry, and my mom literally was on AIM chatting him, like instant messenger, chatting him for over an hour as if it were me. And then when the chat ended, she deleted the whole thing. She deleted it and deleted the history and like deleted it from the trash. Just never saw it to this day, and he broke up with me like a week later. Love that. Love that. Love being raised by a pedophile. It's so fucking vile and so disgusting. It's so disgusting. I just made like 3 TikToks in a row. I'm really incensed. But I'm actually so fucked up. I'm not fucked up. I'm just like, this is, I think, the journalist in me where I'm like, I need to get all the facts and figures before I can take action to help. I think I'm going to watch the documentary again today. And I'm also just getting emotional because it's like, I hate how pervasive it is. It being mentally unwell women who decide to have children and then try to ruin their daughters' lives. I hate how common that actually is. And I hate seeing that poor girl, Lauren. She's so sweet and innocent that she's like, well, I want to still have this relationship with my mom. And like, I love her and whatever. And it's like, well, of course. The person you literally depend on for survival person you form your first connection with in life, the person you look up to and love and revere and see the good in so much to the point that you cannot fathom that they did what they've admitted to doing. It breaks my heart because she's such a sweet, innocent girl. And it breaks my heart because I have that same love. And it's so confusing when your mom is your first OG abuser. And you learn from a very, very young age to mix love with abuse and to constantly be seeking approval from someone and closeness with someone who doesn't give a damn about you, who literally does not care if you live or die, who unfortunately would probably be better off in their mind if you were dead. I mean, it's a shock to me that I'm alive. I almost drowned once when I was a kid, and I've been thinking about this recently. Like it was a true near-death experience, and I almost drowned in this pool at my aunt's house. My aunt wasn't there. It was my mom and her gay best friend. And luckily, he literally jumped from the deck, dove into the pool to save me. She wasn't doing it. My mom wasn't going to do it, and she didn't jump and run. She would have been happier. She would have been better off, she thinks. God, I hate these women. And watching these documentaries and thinking about all this stuff with my own mom makes it so confusing now that I'm 32 and I'm like, I could be a mom myself. And there's so much in wanting to be a mom that feels so good. Sorry. But then there's a lot that feels really scary and brings up a lot of really scary feelings. So, those are the morning headlines. Those are my headlines for today, guys. And it just makes me sick to my stomach. I'm really excited to talk to my therapist about it because I feel like she, of course, gets it more than anyone, and she helps me figure out how I could possibly even move forward in a way that could help other people. And that's like all I want to do right now. Like, I need to go find this girl. I need to like make sure she's okay. Even though I don't, obviously, whatever. I think like on a bigger scale is what I'm talking about. I want to help. I wish that I could have been a part of that documentary, producing it or something. Like, there's got to be something. Like, maybe I should just do a podcast. Maybe that's what my podcast should be about. Like, talking to women who have gone no contact with their moms. And it's such a taboo topic, but it could help other people understand even what going no contact is about. And like, hear from other women. And it's helpful for me selfishly to meet other women and hear from other women who are like, you know what, I did the same thing and my life has been so much better since. And that's what's crazy. It's not crazy, but it's amazing that every person I've heard from who says, oh, I went no contact with my mom too, they all say my life has been so much better. My life has gotten so much better. And it breaks my heart, but it makes me so happy. It's like the hardest breakup anyone ever goes through, and it's still so taboo and misunderstood, and people will still say things to me like, oh, why don't you just forgive them? Sounds sad without context that you don't talk to your family. It's a lot more sad when you have the context, okay? It might sound sad or seem sad without context. I promise you it is devastating with the context. So, yeah, it should seem sad because it is sad. It's devastating. They're diabolical, dangerous people. Anyway, love you guys. Just wanted a quick update. I did not mean to cry so much, and that's okay, but I'm gonna go drink my coffee, smoke a joint, and have a good morning. I love you. Be good to yourself and others, and if it's not serving you, you need to go no contact. Fuck. One last thing I'll say, maybe as like a note to myself for the future. is that I was terrified to stop talking to my mom. I was terrified. I can feel the feeling now. I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, what am I? You know, it's like as if I still felt that we were connected by an umbilical cord. And then I was like, Lexi, you actually don't need her to survive. Like, what does she provide for you? She doesn't give you money. She doesn't pay for your rent. She doesn't give you food or housing. Like, you literally do not depend on her for anything. So let's just see what life is like without her in it. If it is absolutely fucking miserable and you're actually making a mistake or you're making a rash decision in not talking to her, you will know that, you will feel that, and you can apologize and reopen communication. But I had to give myself the space and the time to really have enough quiet and as few distractions as possible from my manipulator, my abuser, to figure out what the fuck is going on. What is going on? Why do I feel so bad about myself? Why do I have this tumultuous relationship with my mother? Why am I constantly seeking her approval and then feeling like I'm getting ignored and beaten up? Why am I always going to her for emotional support and I leave feeling worse about myself because she somehow made it all about herself, or every single problem I've ever had in life turns out, according to her, it's somehow my fault or because of my own shortcomings? I had to give myself the quiet. I had to basically create an incubator to figure out what the fuck is going on. I called for a personal, complete, and total shutdown of my relationship with my mom so I could figure out what the hell was going on. And it was terrifying. It's terrifying, but you don't need her to survive. And I didn't need her to survive. And it's now been 4 years since I've talked to my mom. 4 years. It's a blessing. It's like, oh, it's the best thing I could have ever done for myself. And I was so scared to do it. And now look at me. Now look at me. Thriving. Thriving. I just feel so good. All right, love you guys. Bye. See you next time.